could you have the heart to break the heart that loved you so? I don't know. How could you hurt the one that cared so much for you? How could you be so cruel? I'm here talking to myself, wishing you were here to help. 'Cause it's so hard when loneliness becomes your only friend, and the world that I once knew is so empty without you. How could you have the heart to break this lonely heart? Your life is dark and empty since you went away. I think of you night and day. The loneliness around me just reminds me of how much I miss your love. How I want to feel your touch. Only God knows just how much I need to hold you in my arms and feel your warmth again. Life's so lonely without you. Love so distant and untrue. How could you have the heart to break this lonely heart? I always thought that love would last a lifetime. Like the seasons, it just seems to fade away. Now I'm left here on my own, living all my dreams alone. But the one that won't come true is to share my love with you.
You're always on my mind, every minute of my life. Seems like I can't forget you, God knows how I try. But every time I close my eyes, I see your face. And all of the memories come back to me, and just how good it used to be. I know you think that I'm a man without a heart, and I'm the reason why your world fell apart. I never meant to treat you bad or selfishly, but it's so hard for a man like me to be tied down but not free.
Come back home to me, I'm waiting just for you. to break the heart. Love you so, I don't know. How could you hurt the one that cared so much for you? How could you be so cruel? And I'm here talking to myself, wishing you were here to help. 'Cause it's so hard when loneliness becomes your only friend. And the world that I once knew is so empty without you. How could you have the heart to break this lonely
Good afternoon, everybody. Phoenix Girl here. Yeah, so, had a pretty busy day yesterday. I was supposed to go to a salsa class yesterday, but my uncle's in the hospital again. This time he has a blood clot on his leg and he needs to undergo a procedure to have a stent put in. So yeah, sucks, but I hope he gets better and he's able to go home soon. So. Alright, so actually there was something I wanted to see. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright, actually, yeah, let's, Hang on. Sorry about that. Oh, there you go.
From idea to submission, empower students to do their best work with Grammarly's generative AI. What if
So yeah, what happened? So, basically, this is the guy that played Dale Gribble on King of the Hill. And I read somewhere that he recorded, like, a few episodes of the, revival before he died. And when I found out what happened to Johnny Hardwick, I thought it was really, really sad, it's really sad that he was found in the state that he was in, and he basically died alone, and his body was so decomposed that they still don't really know how he died. But the one thing they were able to determine that where his death resulted from, it had to have been pretty sudden, so I figured either he died from maybe some sort of drug overdose, or it could be heart related. Maybe he had like a massive heart attack, or maybe his heart just gave out on him or something. Or it could be some other illness, like, who knows? Like, I don't know. It's just sad. Like, nobody deserves to go out like that.
Currently, we are in a really cool neighborhood here in Austin, Texas. Very close to downtown. And we're going to walk to a home on Alta Vista Avenue where John Hardwick used to live. And that, unfortunately, is also where he died under unusual circumstances. If you don't know who John Hardwick is, he voiced the character Dale on the Fox animated TV show King of the Hill. He did that show for, 14 seasons, right? And that character was actually drawn to resemble Dale. Now, John Hardwick, who originally, before King of the Hill, he was known as a stand-up comic. Well, he was born here in Austin, Texas on December 31st, 1958. And after graduating high school, he went to Texas Tech, where he got a BA in journalism. And after that, he did usually worked as a bartender here and there. He lived in Austin, and for a time, he also lived in Dallas. Now, originally, when he was approached to do the voice of Dale for King of the Hill, he wasn't actually the first choice. No, this is a funny story. This really tells you who you are in life and the bad choices that we make. So originally, the character Dale was supposed to be voiced by Daniel Stern. Yeah, does anybody know who that is? Because I sure the hell didn't. I had to Google him. Well, Daniel Stern played one of the burglars, the tall burglar, on Home Alone 1 and 2.
Yeah, so when he basically when he first mentioned the guy, I was like, who in the hell is that? And then when he mentioned where this guy was from, I was like, oh yeah, that guy. Oh no, that definitely rings a bell. And I'm like, they want him to play to voice Dale? Really? Okay.
Now, I didn't do a deep dive on this Daniel Stern guy, so I don't know if he's a big-time actor because I don't watch movies and I don't watch TV. But I'm gonna guess that he's, I don't know, is he a working actor? I don't know. Anyways, so they approached Daniel Stern about doing the character, and according to Matt Judge, who created King of the Hill, he basically wanted a bunch of money. Like, there was no room for negotiations. He wanted X amount of dollars, and they just all said, well, we're just not going to pay you. So they approached John about it, and he said, hell to the yeah. And because of that TV show, it allowed him to live a very comfortable life. He said him getting that job on King of the Hill, he said it was like winning the lottery 10 times. A little bit of advice to any actors out there. You're never as big as you think you are. Daniel Stern probably should have took the position, because I'm pretty sure that even after King of the Hill ended, he was still getting residuals. And also, sadly that, he died, but there is a reboot either in the works or it's already being done on Hulu for King of the Hill. So if John were alive, he would be working yet again. So the weird...
Actually, I think the reboot's gonna air like sometime next year. It's already being made. It just hasn't come out yet. That's what the deal is.
Circumstances of how he was found. So one of his friends, or somebody, had called the police because they hadn't heard from him in a while. So the Austin Police Department, they come down this street right here, and they go to his house. They knock on the door. Nobody's answering. Now, eventually, they would make their way inside the home, and one of the officers hears water running in the bathroom down the hall. So they go, and by now, I'm pretty sure even before they open the door, they can smell that weird smell of death, that very overpowering odor. So they go to the bathroom, and they see a body, a very decomposed body of a man in a bathtub with the water running, but the water was running down the drain. So they call the coroner's office to do an investigation. So they get him and they take him to the coroner's office for autopsy. Now,
Why the fuck am I watching this while I'm eating Pop-Tarts? Seriously? I can't believe I'm eating Pop-Tarts while I'm listening to this shit at fucking noon. This is how I spend my days, man.
they said that the toxicology reports indicate that he did test positive for weed. He smoked weed. They also said that they found some quote-unquote drugs in the home, but either they didn't say what they were or they weren't sure what it was. I don't know. It's point being to this story. His body, according to the coroner's office, it had extensive decompositional changes, if you will. So basically, his body was so decomposed that they couldn't tell how he had died. They don't know if he had any kind of disease of the heart or any kind of abnormalities. They don't know. A very strange and sad end for a man who brought joy to many, many people. So this is the home right here where he died. This home actually looks like a fairly new construction, and I don't know who owns the home now. It's a nice house, very nice house. And at the time that he was found, because he was a shorter guy, he was about 5'7", he only weighed 100 pounds. So I don't know what was going on with this guy.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. I accidentally went full screen. I'm sorry. So, I was gonna say, 5'7", that's not that's not very short. That's a little above average height. That's not very short. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. Oh Lord, what am I gonna do? Yeah, so, oh, fuck. Actually, you know what? Oh god. Like, there's some crazy shit going on with Boogie 298. Like, some really insane shit. Like, so bad that Keem started to call the cops on him. I was watching a video this morning. Yeah, I might as well watch this video while I'm eating. Let's love my Pop-Tart.
What's up, hustlers? I am Robin Stone. Welcome to the party, baby. We are here to take care of ourselves and each other. Calling today.
So this big lying bastard, Boogie, on screen right now, this man has had one eventful week. And I always say it with all the locales, and I may sound like a broken record, but it increasingly gets crazier and crazier every time you look at what the guy's doing. So the other night, he's on stream, and then out of nowhere, he just starts having these big Francis-esque spurgouts that, like, they seem so forced. They really do. But at some points, he gets so crazy, screams so loud that I think, man, like, I don't even know if his heart can handle that. So maybe it is something that he's doing, like, without any, like, provocation. I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is this. Boogie lost his mind on the locale live stream last night, and it's up to you people in chat's interpretation to decide whether this is, like, genuine or not. But we're going to toss that out the window right now. We're going to treat this like this is real, because the context behind this is that Boogie was having some really bad thoughts. He was thinking of ending it all, and Keemstar said he wasn't going to have him on the show because of this, and then decided to have him on the show because fuck it, it's funny. And then he had Boogie here, and Boogie, he lost his mind. But again, there's so many little things in the way he talks and the way he freaks out that makes me think he's still just doing all this shit for show and for attention. And today, I got Brother Kiwi here to talk about it, and I gotta ask you, what's your whole take on this situation?
My take on all this is, I think Boogie is taking the advice that Wings is giving him. Lean into it, really sell it. Now this is what he's gonna do. He knows that he can't get any other sort of support or, I guess, attention online any other way. So now he's gonna play into it and fully lean into, like, lolcow streams, stuff like that. I think he realizes that, but at the same time, I also think he's probably at a pretty unstable point in his life. He can't take criticism very well in the first place. This is more criticism than he's ever had, so I'm kind of half and half. I think that there's a part of him that's definitely hamming this up for the camera and sees this as the only way his quote-unquote career could move forward, but is also just afraid and a piece of garbage, really just one of the worst people of this year online, in a year where people have been awful online, it seems like, and Boogie's up there, because faking cancer's no joke, and using cancer as an excuse to the degree that Boogie has is, he's doing it in the first place is a horrid thing, but he's used his cancer as an excuse for many things, and it's proven that he basically never had it.
You're exactly right. it's the cancer that made this so messed up, because the fact that he lied about that to get more money, to get more sympathy, to get more possible clicks, because he made videos saying, like, I have cancer. And I'm sorry, if you're somebody who follows, like, a content creator or even knows who they are, and they randomly come into your feed one day with a video saying, I have cancer, you're probably going to click on it.
Absolutely.
And then we get to the point where that coin, that crypto coin he was shilling, the fatty coin, that shit, that was specifically right to help him. Yeah, to help him pay for his cancer research and all that. And now, again, I think you're completely right, because he's leaning into what Wings is saying, and that whole idea that he wanted to have of him being the Mr. Rogers of YouTube is gone and dead. So the next best thing is basically being a fat Cyrax.
Exactly. This is his only option, and he's going to do whatever he can to continue to make money, because I don't see Boogie as a person who could last at a real job. You know, I think he could attempt it, but I don't think he could last. It's he's so far removed from what the common person has to go through working 40 hours, you know?
Yeah. You know what he says later in this stream right here, and I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I also think we're not going to get to this point because it's like an hour ahead of the stream. Yeah. But he says, you know, they ask him, how do you mow your lawn and stuff? Well, I have a guy that does it. I have a guy that lives with me that's like a handyman and keeps up all this stuff. Well, how would you get this stuff done without him? Well, I'd have friends that can do it, or I'd pay someone to do it. And then he brings up wanting to have a house with horses and stuff with his 20-year-old girlfriend. And they ask him, how would you be able to take care of it? Well, she would really take care of it. She grew up around horses, so what would you do when she's out there, like, shoveling shit and all this stuff? Well, I'd probably be in the house playing Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is such a fucking bum. He can't even, like, do standard stuff around his house. And granted, I know the horses is kind of extreme, but he's the one that brought it up, not me.
I'd love to see Boogie out there when they're trying.
I can't believe this shit. I just can't. Like, lying about cancer is one of the most low down, disgusting, and abhorrent things that you can ever do. And I also find it really disgusting, especially because I have borderline ovarian cyst, you know. I had to have surgery for it. I had ultrasound and everything. Blood tests, ultrasound, everything. And if my doctor hadn't caught it when he did, like, I wouldn't even be here right now. And it was because of that tumor. I lost an ovary because of it, so it's changed my life in a pretty irrevocable way, and you know, I had to live with it, like, every day, you know. And, you know, the last 5 years, I had to undergo, like, CT scans and blood tests every 6 months. And it's only now, like, within the last year that I've finally been officially cleared, and I don't really have to do it anymore. And now all I had to do is, I had to do a blood test, like, once a year just to make sure everything's okay. You know, and for Boogie to do all this for, like, attention, sympathy, it's just utterly disgusting. Like, I can't stand people like that. It's just awful. Really, really, really awful. I just can't stand. I can't stand people like that. I'm sorry.
No, that's something.
And it only
cannot have.
Ollie and Anna seemed so perfect. What people didn't know was she was screaming for help.
Destiny
Ooh, I have Peacock. I could totally watch it if I want to.
and Charlie in here telling me that I'm lying about the abuse that I had when I was a child. I can't do it. I can't.
If you're not lying about it, then why does it matter?
Because I don't want to revisit it. It was tough enough the first time. It was tough enough.
You can't be that way. But you just revisited it just like a month ago on the podcast with your brother, and you were perfectly happy and laughing.
Pretty different when it's my brother coming in and talking to me about it and having fun with it. It's a little different. It's a little different when it's Destiny coming in saying, you're a liar. Prove that your dad made you jerk him off. Prove it. Prove something that happened in 1983. Prove it. Prove it. If you don't prove it, it can't happen. If you can't prove it, it can't happen. I can't do that. I can't prove something that happened in 1983. I didn't have a fucking cell phone in my pocket.
Okay, but you told me privately the reason why some of the stories, and I'm not going to leak anything, don't worry, but you told me why some of the stories are inconsistent and they don't match up.
Yes.
Why don't you just tell the audience?
I don't want to destroy a human life. Because I don't want to destroy somebody's 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 life.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I'll
you just said here.
I'll destroy mine all day. And my dad is dead. And my mom is dead. I'll talk about those pieces of shit till they're alive.
Yeah, but Chad and Desi aren't dead.
Alive. I will not. We've talked about it. We made an agreement, and I'm not going to do that for internet clout. I'm not going to do that so the Keemstar can jerk off to it. No, thank you. We're not here for the fucking audience to get off on.
Understand that you talk
somebody's life. Goddamn internet clout. This is not a topic I will cover for internet clout.
Nobody's talking about that copper. Here's what I'm trying to talk to you about.
Oh boy. See how upset this guy's getting? Like, he's making a big show of everything. Ridiculous. I mean, what did Keemstar think was gonna happen when he decided to come up with this show? Did he not think that this was gonna turn out to be a massive disaster? Then again, I guess everyone does love a good train wreck, so maybe this was his plan all along. I don't know. That was probably his plan all along. Alright. Actually, here's something else that I wanted to cover. Excuse me. Oh. Do 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 do. Do do do. Alright, ooh, shit, current affair. Alright, so this interview, happened before Leona Helmsley actually got convicted. I think this was when she was still going through her trial, her tax evasion trial. And this interview happened after she was just convicted. So, alright, let's watch this. This is really good. I was watching this interview the other day and I liked it.
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need.
I'm not a queen. I never fancied myself a queen. I am innocent. No, I'm not a bitch. I'm a woman. If I cry alone.
Leona Helmsley bears it all to Cindy Adams.
They've destroyed our lives, literally.
Leona, tonight.
You mean to tell me that for a bra or a puzzle that I'm being sent to jail for 4 years? 4 long years? And a $25 million bail? I'm a dangerous character. Watch out, everybody. Right?
Well, watch out, America, because tonight, Leona gets her chance to talk back. Hello, everyone. I'm Maury Povich, and welcome to this special edition of A Current Affair.
Oh, you know what's funny? Maury Povich, he used to be the host of A Current Affair before he had his own talk show. So Current Bear was this tabloid escape expose show that used to air like the 80s and 90s. So trashy and yet so interesting. But yeah.
During the past months and years, she's been called just about everything in the book. And though Leona Helmsley is no stranger to the spotlight, she's had to face the crowds and the critics and the court in uncharacteristic silence. That wasn't easy for a lady who's used to being on top. Leona Helmsley, queen of the Helmsley hotel chain, reigned supreme for years. She and her husband Harry had New York in the palm of their hands because they owned a large portion of it. The name Helmsley not only opened doors, it was on the doors of some of the nation's most prized real estate, with riches estimated at $5 billion. But in August of 1989, the queen of the Helmsley hotels was dethroned. Leona was found guilty of evading more than $1 million in federal income tax, guilty of charging $4 million in personal expenses to the Helmsley businesses. With her husband Harry unable to stand trial, Leona stood alone as former friends and associates told horror stories of Leona's abusive behavior. But long before the jury's verdict was in, Leona Helmsley had been convicted in the court of public opinion. Leona bashing became the new national pastime, and everyone got in on the game, from David Letterman to Ed Koch, who called her the Wicked Witch of the West. And that was probably one of the nicer things said about Leona Helmsley. Well, before tonight. Despite all the nasty things said about her, Leona hasn't spoken out. Like I said, not until tonight. Because our Cindy Adams, in a world-exclusive interview, managed to get Leona Helmsley to sit down and open up.
Leona, you seem very self-assured. Are you scared? I'm not scared. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Who wouldn't be? Would you say your stomach is in knots? Well, perhaps I respond differently. I react differently. It drops and just sits there. And eventually it comes up when I think of the ramifications of the magnitude of what...
Oh, son of a bitch! Just went to full screen again. Sorry. Yeah, so... I guess I was wrong about the timeline. She actually was convicted. So this was one of the first interviews that she did after she was convicted. So, yeah, I think I kind of got mixed up my timeline a little bit. So, yeah.
It's happening. It's like being on, well, it isn't even a roller coaster. You're just being pushed with no control whatsoever. And it's gathering loss for nothing. I haven't done anything. I'm innocent.
What about your health? This kind of stress, has it affected you in any way physically?
Of course. I find I cry a lot. I don't sleep as well. It has to affect me.
What is your life like these days? You're certainly not going to party.
No, we don't go anyplace. You know, all our lives have always been work and each other. Yeah. And, well, even the work had to be curtailed to a degree, because wherever you go, there's people that we don't have 1 minute to ourselves when we're anyplace. We went to Arizona. There were helicopters flying over the house. We just came back from Sarasota. I went to visit the property that we had there, and I thought it would be nice if we had 3 days to ourselves. And we went on the beach, and there was a reporter lying on the sand, and he had his camera aimed at us. It's terribly unfair. We've been imprisoned for 4 years now. It's going on 4 years. 4 years of this, of persecution.
She's not holding back anything, is she? Some of the things that Leona has to say may surprise you tonight, may even get your sympathy. And we'll have much more in a moment with Cindy's exclusive interview with Leona Helmsley.
I don't cry on anyone, Cindy. If I cry alone.
Let's clear the air about air. Unlike Febreze, Lysol Air Sanitizer is the only product uniquely formulated.
They were not doing their job. They were taking money without cause. I'm sorry. Those kind of people I do not want near me. Now, if that's being a bitch, then I'm a bitch.
She's probably one of the most unloved people in the spotlight, Leona Helmsley, and our Cindy Adams was the one to get her to talk for the first time since the Queen was deposed. And the interview took place where, Cindy?
Well, it's in her Manhattan duplex. We sat and talked right underneath her indoor swimming pool just before I lost my voice.
Right now I'm in the midst of trying to organize a new campaign, advertising campaign. I think we have a very good one coming up. Not with me in it.
Not going to be with the Queen, is it?
I'm not a queen. I never fancied myself a queen. This was done with tongue-in-cheek. It was to attract people to a new hotel, which it did, but it also, look what else it attracted, and it isn't fair. It isn't fair. I never called myself a queen.
Was it not your...
Lady, you did a whole advertising campaign where you basically... You basically position yourself as a queen, and you basically did like this whole advertising campaign where you're basically the queen that stands guard, and you basically like position yourself as the queen of the fucking ballots. And now you're gonna sit there and tell this lady, oh no, I don't really see myself as a queen. You know, and now she's crying that she's getting harassed by fucking media and helicopters and all that shit. Like, cry me a river, bitch.
Your idea to do these ads?
No, it was not my idea to do these ads. This is the idea of the advertising people. And well, it seemed great at the time, I guess. But it's all out of context. It isn't what it was supposed to be. You never heard me say that I'm a queen or that I sit on a throne. In fact, I resented when people would say to me, "Hello, Queen." That's what the advertising girl used to say to me. And I really didn't like it.
What about your future with the hotels? I thought that you were losing the liquor license.
Well, that all remains to be seen.
Yeah.
That all remains to be seen. I am innocent. I am innocent. I am innocent. There's nothing that has really been proven. I would like to know whose money we stole, whether it was children, widows, whose? My money has been stolen. Did you ever see Harry Helmsley's income tax returns?
No, of course not.
Well, I think it would fill half the size of this room. Each one is yay high.
Yeah.
And, well, there are 695 of them, plus 19 partnerships. And if I could do that in income tax returns, I'm really a genius.
We would like to know how a billionaire could be, in theory, evading $1 million in income tax.
That's ludicrous. During the same year, why doesn't somebody talk about the charitable contributions that we have made and how much we did pay in income tax? We paid $344 million. $344 million in income tax. I would like to see who else in the country comes near that figure. Plus which, during the years they're talking about, we also gave $33 million to charity to a hospital to build a 36-story Helmsley medical tower.
This $300 million that you're talking about, over how long a period, and is it corporate or personal?
5 years, both. It's corporate and personal. Now, the corporate comes because personally we do it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It comes because that. We've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing to be ashamed of, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah, sure, Leona. Actually, if I recall correctly, I think she and her husband, well, she actually, did donate quite a bit of money to, like, the first responders of 9/11 and some more charities here and there, so I think that part is true. I mean, that part is true, but yeah. That's such a good point. And she's like, oh, we don't go anywhere. And 3 seconds later, we just keep at research. So. I mean, you know, like, what the fuck, dude? I mean, was she a bitch? Yeah, but, you know, looking at some of these interviews, it's actually pretty fascinating to, you know, watch her reactions, her facial expressions, you know, the way that she answers the interviewer's questions, you know, the way she talks, you know, it's actually pretty fascinating. Yeah, that's true. Nobody felt sorry for her. Let's see, let's see, you know, I was watching a video about her the other day, and, this lady who did this video about Leona, she said something that actually stuck with me. she said something that was actually very interesting. I think the biggest tragedy about her life story is that she came from nothing. Like, she basically came from nothing, and she actually worked pretty hard to make a name for herself, and she actually was a pretty successful businesswoman. And that in itself is actually very impressive, and I think the sad part is if she wasn't such a horde of people, you know, if she hadn't treated people so horribly, and of course, you know, she didn't, like, break the fucking law and land herself in prison, all that shit, you know. You know, if she hadn't done all that, I think people probably would have remembered her fondly, at least for her achievements in the business world. But because of the way that she treated people, all people are gonna remember of her was that, you know, she was a bitch, she was terrible and nasty to people. You know, that's all people remember of her. Even, like, many years after she's gone.
Anything that we have done. My husband's a wonderful man. He's a wonderful man. Who do you have around you now that you can talk with or that you can cry on? I don't cry on anyone, Cindy. If I cry alone. I have my husband. I have people at work for me. In my household. Amazing. 7 years, one girl. 18 years, Mr. Brady. They've concocted such lies. They've concocted such lies.
Okay, when we get down to the basics, are you now or have you ever been a bitch? That's the crux of your whole case. Are you a bitch?
Absolutely not. If a man, what would you call a man that's successful? What would you call a man? You couldn't call him a bitch. Would you call him a bastard? No.
Aggressive.
You would call him a good executive.
Yeah.
I'm a woman, and I'm a woman in business, and I'm an executive. And if I were a man, they would say, you're a fantastic executive, but I'm a woman, so they label me a bitch. There are times that I understand that if you're a little bit cranky or you're a little bit off, they want to know what time of the month it is. There's always something. If the fact that you are a woman and successful, and very successful, a major hotel chain is what I run, well, it becomes, they label you. Case in point, and if you want to call me a bitch for this, it's fine. We were walking to the car at the Palace. Harry was with me. He's got a big investment there. And I saw a door open behind the concierge. So I walked around and I opened the door. Yikes, what I saw there. There were dirty coffee cups, the luggage was all over. Yes, I fired the people. They were not doing their job. They were taking money without cause. I'm sorry. Those kind of people I do not want near me. Now, if that's being a bitch, then I'm a bitch. You know, I ran 27 hotels. 27. I would say we employ a minimum of 10,000 people at these hotels. Maybe. I fired 20, 25. That's it.
Would you say, then, that you are the opposite? Are you a pussycat? Is Leona Helmsley a pussycat?
No. If you pet me, I'll purr, but if you hit me, I might scratch. Of course.
But where the slave bitch came from? Was it from
No,
the...
it happened in court. My attorney used that word. And maybe he was being dramatic. I don't know. And then, of course, there was a gag order. I was not permitted to speak to anyone at the trial. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. I never had a parking ticket my whole life. I've never had a parking ticket. So if my lawyer said, there's a gag order, you don't talk to anybody, I didn't talk to anybody. If I had to go to the bathroom, excuse me, one of the lawyers came with me to make sure I spoke with no one. In the John. No place. I spoke to no one. I came and I went like a dummy.
If anything happens, what are your reserves? How will you survive it?
In what direction? If I went to jail, I'm not going to jail. I've done nothing. I cannot believe that the system in the United States of America has stopped working.
Oh, you know what's funny? The guy that was prosecuting her at the time, actually, the guy that was prosecuting her at the time, it was actually Rudy Giuliani, who, actually, I think he replaced Ed Koch as the mayor of New York. So, he was a prosecutor, he was the prosecutor that went after Leona Helmsley, and then, excuse me, and then, he became the mayor of New York, and now look what happened to him. Oh, shit. How the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. I think that's the video I saw. So there's a clip of the TV movie about Leona Helmsley's life starring Suzanne Bouchette. Suzanne Bouchette is one of my favorite actresses. Basically one of my all-time favorite actresses, so. I don't know if we could watch this clip, maybe. Let's see.
賑やかな声、人前で弾くのは初めてだけど。
You ever play 52 pickup, May? I thought you loved the playing cards. You personally approved every photograph of yourself. You picked the colors, the style of the numbers. Leona, we have printed up 10,000 decks of cards here. We've packaged them, we've wrapped them in cellophane, we've spent a year designing the damn... Excuse me. These cards have been made to your specifications, and it's too late to change them now. They're too small. They're regular cards. Harry plays with pinochle cards, and they're larger. And my picture is on those cards, and I want it to look right. These cards are going to go in my hotels, and I want to make sure they look like they belong. So I want them larger, and I want the edges gold leaf. Gold leaf? You said you didn't want gold leaf. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I gave you that option, and you specifically said you didn't want it. No arguments. I'll get right on it. Oh, and May, every time you send a messenger with your ad copy, it costs me $5.95. Don't you think mailing it makes more sense? Whatever you say.
Oh my god, that fucking lady was like... The way she looked at that other lady, she's like, oh, what the fuck just happened? It's terrifying.
Well, pick those up. Don't just stand there, pick those up.
Pick them up yourself. While you're at it, pick that up too.
Scan it.
Holy shit, that is insane. Oh, Lord. Da, 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 da. Savoy. What is up that? What is up that fucking thumbnail? Oh my god! What is that? Ugh. Son of a bitch, I have fucking allergies. You know? What the fuck, dude? Actually, you know what? Ugh. Alright. Jesus.
$10 can help fund powerful ads to reach undecided voters nationwide.
Shut the fuck up, I don't care.
first dance. Don't let him hold you too tight.
Mama.
Look at Sandra, Leona. Isn't she beautiful? You should be so beautiful when you get her age.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that made me feel a little bit bad. Also, you know what's fucking hilarious? Like, they put all the freaking, prosthetics and all kinds of shit on her face, and she still looks a lot more attractive than the real Leona Helmsley. That's what's so funny about all this. Oh god. Also, it's pretty funny too because it's funny because both women, they were born and raised in New York. They're both Jewish. They both have like very deep husky voices. Like Suzanne has a very similar voice to Leona's, except I guess she got it from smoking like 2 packs a day for like several decades, or basically her entire adult life. I don't know about Leona, maybe it's just a New Yorker thing. I don't know.
Good morning, Leona.
Good morning.
Now, when the jury comes in, I want you to remain composed regardless. Understood? And after the verdict's been read...
They don't know me. They don't know who I am. They don't know what I am. They don't know what I've done. They're gonna come in and they're gonna pass judgment on me.
That's the system.
Well, it stinks. You think I'm worried about what people think of me? I've been judged by the best of them. I've been judged by the worst of them. As far as I'm concerned, it don't mean squat.
There she is! Gary, come on, let's go! Any predictions, Leona? You think you can prosecute if you were a man?
Absolutely not. If I were a man, they would have said it was good business.
Do you still think only the little people should pay taxes, Leona?
I know.
Leona! Wait, hey, Leona! If you need a job, I got a coffee shop just down the block!
Oh, yeah? I'd be the best waitress you ever had. You'd be lucky to get me.
Leona, how's Harry? When's he coming in? Wait for the camera! Wait!
Leona?
Softly!
You're sent to jail, Leona. How do you plan?
Jury's still out, thank you.
Leona, do you still believe that you're nothing but a scapegoat for other self-interested individuals?
I'll be right now.
Just one moment, please. Leona, is Harry going to be here for the reading of the verdict? Is it get the hell out?
What the fuck? Like, the reporter followed her to fucking bathroom? Like, that was weird, but whatever, it's fine. Oh yeah, she totally did. Yeah, she was a very good actress. funny. Congestive heart failure, age 87. Oh, you know, it's crazy! It's crazy that she lived to be 87. You know, her son Jay died at a pretty young age. Because heart issues do run her family. No, she didn't! She died a year after her. One of the best acting narcissists. What? Cheese's episode died on January 19, 2008, age 70. Leona Helmsley died on August 20, 2007, age 87. Oh, that's funny. That's the day I... Oh shit, she died the same week I started high school. Oh yeah. This is one of my favorite voices. She's a really good actress. She would go to the restaurants I met. She was a bra, never felt her words. Pretty funny. Sorry, I have to put my foot down. Sorry. I put my foot down to fall asleep. Yeah, like the best actors, they play the greatest villainesses. Ew, Lord. That's true. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people that suffer like really bad childhoods, that shitty parents. They don't go around hurting people. They really don't. They don't go around hurting people. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that is true. She basically was the female Trump. Oh yeah, she had a really nasty dog. Really nasty dog trouble. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of comments saying she was a great actress. She was not transgender! What the fuck? Okay, the reason why she had a husky, low voice, she was a lifelong smoker. She smoked for basically her entire adult life. She smoked like 2 packs a day of cigarettes. That's why she got cancer and died. Oh my god. Ugh. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against transgender people, but this is a really stupid comment. Like, Suzanne Bichette was obviously not transgender. Shit. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, if you look like Suzanne Bichette, like, the guy would just marry her. Sleep your way to the top of a beautiful message. It's a movie, dude! It's not a fucking morality tale. Shut. This one is ever was way too ugly. Way too attracted to play that vicious goblin. It's a movie! What part of it's a movie you guys don't understand? It's a movie! Yeah, Lloyd Bridges is pretty good too. Lloyd Bridges, he was Jeff Bridges. His sons are Jeff and Bull Bridges. So that's their dad. He picked the wrong... He picked the wrong with this quit sniffing. Yeah, apparently Jay had like serious health issues. Yeah, so apparently Jay had some serious heart issues and he ended up dying from like heart failure, or I guess a massive heart attack at 40 years old. Sorry. Shut up, phone! Ugh, sorry, it's my alarm. Ugh, sorry. So yeah, apparently it was something that, it was, apparently it was something that was inherited from Leona's side of family. Her dad apparently, her dad apparently died young too. What the shit? All these comments, dude! Oh my god. These oh, Lord. Oh my god. Oh, you people are nuts. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm pretty much done for today. I've done all I could today. I'll just... Maybe in the next episode we'll watch more of this Leona Helmsley movie and maybe I'll do some commentary on that shit. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's okay. Alright, so... If you like this video, subscribe. This is Phoenix Girl signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.